Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Life with Himanshi Daya, and I have come with another video which is on Roots, a very popular drama by Sir Arnold Wesker. Now let's begin. Sir Arnold Wesker was born in 1932 and he died in 2016. He was an English dramatist, wrote 50 plays. He is also a poet, journalist, a short story writer, essayist. He also wrote for children, and there is a particular term which is used for his work. The term is Wesker trilogy. Basically, trilogy refers to a set of three related works such as books, plays, and films that are often connected by characters, they or shared story arc, forming a cohesive narrative. In his trilogy included three major works. The first is Kitchen Soup with Barley in 1957, The Roots in 1958, and the third, I am talking about Jerusalem in 1959. Now, talking about his important works, okay, so I have only put those work here which are important for your exams point of view. The first one is The Kitchen in 1957, Kitchen Soup with Barley 1958, The Roots 1959. I am talking about Jerusalem in 1960, Menace in 1961, Chips with Everything in 1962, Lady Othello in 1965, The Friends in 1970, The Merchant 1976. It is based on Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. Later named the play is Shylock because the main character of the play is Shylock. The Roots, that is a kitchen sink drama written in Norfolk dialect, uh, divided into three acts, and the play set in Norfolk. Norfolk basically a city in Virginia. The manuscript is in English, but the dialect Norfolk is actually used. It is a kitchen sink drama. Uh, Kitchen sink drama is a British cultural movement that developed in the late 1950s and early 1960s in theatre of arts, novel, film, and television plays. The protagonist usually could be described as an angry young man who was disillusioned with modern society. It used a style of social realism which depicted the domestic situations of working class Britons living in cramped and dull accommodation and spending their off hours drinking in grimy pubs to explore controversial social and political issues ranging from abortion of homelessness. So
Here are
there
some
are four
important
characters. The protagonist of the play is Betty Brant. Betty Brant, energetic singing, jumping all the time, and quite Ronnie. Betty both energetic as she's singing and jumping all the time. She got a boyfriend whose name is Ronnie. His boyfriend is a socialist and he is very passionate about these things. He fought with the government for the working class people, and the relationship between Ronnie and Betty goes on. Ronnie wants to educate her, and there is another character who is Jeffy Bryant. She's a Betty's mother. There is Jack. There is another character named Stanman, a poor paralytic drunk character, and actually he is a symbol of golden past who was there before modernization, and there are some siblings named Jenny and Frank, spouses Jimmy and Pearl. Now, coming to the summary, Betty Brant come back from London to her native place Norfolk to stay with her sister. She sings and dances. She is very much influenced by her boyfriend Ronnie. She quotes him most of the time in the play, and she only talk about Ronnie, how he treated me. Ronnie dislikes some of her behavior, like she reads comics and says, actually, I have taken some of quotes from the original text for you to understand. And Ronnie says, playing an instrument is a fun, painting is a fun, reading a book is fun, talking with friends is a fun, but a comic for young women of 22. And I have written every act by connecting it to themes. The theme of a depiction of working class can be seen, and the theme of socialism also can be seen in the first act, because Beatty says to Ronnie he's a socialist, and he used to say you could not bring socialism to a country by making speeches, but perhaps you could pass it on to someone who was near you. So I pretend I was interested, but I didn't understand much. In Act 2, Beatty visit her parents and tell them about Ronnie, that I have got a boyfriend and I living with him in London and want to marry with him. He is going out to visit you in the coming week. The third act is very important act. Beatty, her parents, her siblings all wait for Ronnie's arrival, but Ronnie does not come, and a letter arrives announcing that he does not think it would work between Beatty and him. Beatty is all shattered but gains her strength and says, I am beginning on my own foot and now I'll take hold of my life. Here we can see the theme of self discovery, the self discovery of Beatty, how she actually finds her own self and she comes out the shadow of Ronnie. When the family members also do not comfort her, but Beatty gathered her strength and says to her mother, you are right, the apple don't fall far from the tree, do it. You are right. I am like you, stubborn, empty, with no tools for living. I got no roots in nothing. I am not quoting no more. The theme of generation gap can also be seen when Beatty visited her mother. The radio played, and her mother, very fond of music, she turned off the radio when clapping song plays. So Beatty reacted and says, Mother, no wonder I don't know anything about anything. I knew here nothing but dance music because you always turn off the classics. I never know anything about the news because you always switches off after her headlines. I never read any good books. There was never any in the house. The title justification. The root suggested the connections to family and heritage. Ronnie, who returned to his family's Norfolk from after a long absence. The title implies that Ronnie is reconnected with his roots, his family, and his heritage. The another title justification is in form of symbolism. The title root is also symbolic, a connection of the past, tradition, and cultural heritage. The root of a plant are what anchor it to the earth, providing stability and nourishment. Similarly, the character in the play are searching for their own roots, their own sense of sensibility, and connection to their heritage. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon. Thank you.